Well, good morning. Here it is. It's Tuesday morning. Today is January the 30th. We're almost to the end of this month. And anyway, I've just had some beautiful weather. Hope that maybe some way, somehow, even on your Monday, that maybe you were able to maybe get out and enjoy the sunny weather yesterday. And anyway, hope you had a good start, to your week, and kind of maybe we're able to kind of ease into it, maybe just to get things going for this week. But anyway, now it's Tuesday morning. God has blessed us with the breath to breathe here on this Tuesday morning, and anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you're well rested and ready to tackle the opportunities God has before us on this day. This morning, I want to share a devotional with you entitled "Empty Promises." And of course, we've been talking about Samson. We'll continue that today. The Philistines, they were really desperate. Samson, he'd been killing them for fun and sport, and so they just had to bring him down. And so they bribed Delilah, a woman that he was in love with, to find out the secret of his strength. But no doubt Delilah was, an attractive woman, because, for temptation to work, it must be alluring. Samson, once again, he got involved with the wrong person. First there was the Philistine woman, and then there was, the prostitute, and then there was Delilah, who approached him with enticements and temptations, promising, the world, so to speak. That's what sin is like. It promises, life, but it brings death. It promises fulfillment, but it brings a greater emptiness. Satan had found Samson's weakness, and he was ready, ready to exploit it. Excuse me. It's important for us to understand that sin doesn't take, anyone against their will. We might hear someone say, "Well, I didn't want to do this, but I just couldn't resist. The devil overcame me, and he overpowered me, and he made me do it." There's no question that the devil will tempt us. He will bring, appealing temptations our way. However, there must be an interest on our part for those temptations, to work. It's just as James tells us in James chapter 1, verses 14 and 15. He said, "Temptation comes from our own desires, which entice us and drag us away. These desires give birth to sinful actions. And when sin is allowed to grow, it gives birth to death." Satan, he will use different kinds of bait, for different kinds of fish, so to speak. Here's what we need to remember, though. It isn't the bait, that constitutes sin. It's the bite. In other words, it's not this, not a sin when we face temptation. It's only a sin when we give in to that temptation. And this is clearly what happened, to Samson. And amazingly, Delilah, she didn't even try to hide, what she was doing. She said in Judges 16, verse 6, "Please tell me what makes you so strong and what it would take to tie you up securely." See, that should have been the first sign that, this wasn't a healthy relationship. But Samson, he didn't realize what was going on. I think his pride blinded him. And that's the problem with sin. It's intoxicating, and it brings us under its power. Therefore, we don't think rationally. Samson, he thought he could handle Delilah. And he probably thought, what is she going to do to me? I'm Samson. He may have even believed that, this was just a game. Yet the Bible warns us in Proverbs chapter 6, verse 27, Can a man scoop a flame into his lap and not have his clothes catch on fire? You know, this should have been a wake-up call, you know, for Samson. I mean, it should have shown him that, you know, he was on the wrong track. But meanwhile, Delilah, she was getting closer and closer to the secret of his strength. You know, every Christian will be tempted. I mean, that's no doubt. And if you're being tempted, you know, that isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, in fact, it could indicate that you're on the right track, you know, spiritually. And Satan, he's just trying to take you down. He's turning up the heat. You see, the problem isn't being tempted. The problem is just, you know, merely just giving into it. And so we have to be careful. You know, we have to be on guard, you know, and you know, the scriptures tell us that we have to be on guard because Satan, he's prowling around like a roaring lion, you know, hunting someone to devour, and he likes to take down Christians. So anyway, I hope that encourages you here on this Tuesday morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.